Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern Ned Reynolds, we finally made it to the end of the week. Yesterday afternoon, I was outside doing some chores and kids playing around, and my phone goes off, and I had to do a double take because I go, there's no way. This guy's younger than I am. Kyle Busch, rest in peace, man.
It happened so suddenly. I think the first hint of any trouble was that he would not race in the Coke 600 on Sunday night. The qualifying is tomorrow, but he was going to be in the race. They all of them are. And he was not going to be able to race and hospitalized with a severe illness. Okay, no indication of what that was. They named the substitute driver, Austin Hill. And then comes the word that he's passed at the age of 41. This can't be. There's something that... And, of course, the final diagnosis has not been released. The family, I guess, doesn't want it released. No use in speculating on something like this because speculation will be just hearsay. But it's just a shame. Just terrible, terrible shame. Two-time Cup champion. He has 63 overall victories. His estimated worth was around $80 million, but he and the family had lost money in some kind of an investment that they'd made. But over and above all that, it's just a terrible shock. This is one of the first families of racing, the Busch family. His brother Kyle, he is Kyle Busch, but Kurt Busch, also the part of the team and all that sort of thing. It just really is a terrible, terrible tragedy, and I know that it casts a big pall over the 600 coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, they're still going to go. They're going to go with it, aren't they?
I can't imagine that they would stop the race, but I imagine also that there will be a fairly lengthy tribute to him.
Oh, yeah.
The race usually starts about 6 o'clock our time, and that gives the one person this year is going to try for the double-double, Catherine Legg, gives her a chance to get down there to Charlotte. Of course, she has to be in Charlotte tomorrow to qualify, but over and above that, no, I can't imagine the race would be postponed or anything like that. But good heavens, what an awful tragedy.
Absolutely. He will be missed, and really prayers and thoughts to his family. Right now, they need him. St. Louis Cardinals, it seems like the Pirates have got their number, man.
Well, they did. Actually, in all honesty, that's the Pirates have won 2 in a row on this 3-game series. Won yesterday 6-2, and that ended the series. Braxton Ashcraft, absolutely dominant on the hill. 7 innings. He allowed 4 hits, and he allowed only the runs that the Cardinals had, the 2 of them. And St. Louis couldn't answer. And that's 2 straight losses now for the Cardinals. Of course, they have a big lead. They're 28-22 in the National League Central Division. But they go to Cincinnati to face the Reds tonight and this weekend. And that'll be a nice little test for them because the Cincinnati Reds have also played very well in the early going and have a lot of talent on their team. So I think we'll see a pretty good little matchup this weekend.
That division is going to be a dog. It really, that entire conference is the dog right now. The AL is not looking so hot right now.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Royals did not play last night, but in fact, it's going to be very interesting to see just exactly what happens. Springfield Cardinals did, and they got a win, 5-3 over the Arkansas Travelers. But over and above that, the big club is for whom everybody is watching, and they've had a very good start to the year.
Last time the Bears met Kennesaw State scored 12 runs on them. So it's kind of scary going into that opener last night, but Bears took care of business.
Bears did get a win. It was a little shaky, but they did get a win. And Mike, this is a very important win, the way the Conference USA tournament works. The Bears are the top seed or top-rated team in their pod. There are 3 pods in the thing, and it's the winners of those pods that get to go to the semifinals this weekend, tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And the Bears do get their first win, 6-4 over Kennesaw State. Missouri State only had 7 hits, but 3 of them were home runs. Curry Sutherland, Carter Bergman, and Brant Kragel, who had a huge night. He had a 2-run homer and a 2-run double. He drove home 4 of the 6 runs that the Bears had. It got a little shaky down the stretch. The Bears' relief pitching is not among the greatest in the world, and Kennesaw State did mount a comeback, but hey, the Bears get the win. So what does that do for Missouri State? Well, they play again later this evening, and they will take on Dallas Baptist, and this may be a different story. Dallas Baptist is rated below the Bears, but not by very much, and they're a very good program. Of course, when Dallas Baptist was in the Missouri Valley Conference, which they were a big thorn in the side of Missouri State, and they are again. But we'll see what happens. Win or lose, I really do think the fact that the Bears were the number 1 seed will get into the postseason. By postseason, I'm talking about the semifinals coming up tomorrow and maybe the championship on Sunday. But we'll see what happens. A win would really be ideal for Missouri State.
We've talked about the college dudes. What about the high school dudes? Where they're at?
They had limited games yesterday, but Ozark knocked off Republic 6-4. Marshfield went up to Jefferson City and pounded Capital City 12-1. Marshfield is very, very good. They have a top-ranked team in the state. And Kickapoo upset Nixa 3-2. So those teams all advanced. There are more games scheduled for today, especially in Class 6. And then next week are the sectionals, and in Class 6 will be the state quarterfinals. But sectionals coming up, and then the state championships begin on June 1st. June 1st, and that's a Monday, and that will happen down in Ozark. That's where the state championships are.
Last but not least, NBA playoffs. We're in the conference championships right now, and it looks like the Knicks are just going to walk away with this thing.
Well, I really think the Cleveland Cavaliers missed their chance in the opening game when they had the 22-point lead with less than 8 minutes to go and let it get away.
With their mojo.
The New York Knicks won, I can't say easily, but they won decisively last night, beat the Cavaliers 109-93, and that's a big win for New York. The Knicks lead that series 2-0. They will now go to Cleveland and play in Cleveland tomorrow and then again on Monday. In the meantime, that highly contested Western Conference series resumes tonight in San Antonio. And I'm not a big NBA fan, but I'm especially anxious to see whether or not the officials allow the mugging, and that's exactly what it is, the mugging of Wembanyama underneath. He was wrestled, he was thrown to the ground, he was grabbed, no fouls. No fouls on him at all. We'll see what happens when they play in San Antonio.
It's going to be a different, at least as far as they're consistent across the league. That seems to be the case. They're leaning more towards let them fight than being ticky-tacky.
Yeah, but there are limits to everything.
Oh, absolutely. I do not disagree with you there, Ned. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, sir, and I'll see you soon.